Daphne, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the inner tube on your road bike. But before we get started, please take some time to like and subscribe. Thank you! My brother has a 24-inch road bike, and here is a flat tire with the wheel that he popped on one of our trips. So what you will be needing is an inner tube. You'll be needing 2 levers. You're going to be needing your flat tire or inner tube. Well, you need those. And you need the wheel. And so, you also need your 2 handy hands. Let's get right to it. So, your first step, you'll just be needing your hands and the wheel. You're going to first unscrew this little black part. And then, you can see you have this little valve here. So you're going to loosen that up a little bit. Then you're going to push on it to make sure that all of the air in the tire is released. Then you're going to next take this ring and unscrew it all the way off. There you go. Next, you're going to be needing your 2 levers. So first, take your tire and take the end part of your lever and insert it into the tire. Be sure to be careful when you're doing this because the inner tube is fragile, but you're going to be replacing it, so it doesn't really matter too much anyways. So be sure that you do it lined up with one of these bars on this side, on the correct side, so you can hold it in place this way. And then after, you can take your second one, and it's easier to do it closer to this first one that you did, but of course you can always do it farther away. It might take a bit of muscle and strength to do this. This is one of the tricky parts. And there you go. Your next step will be to use your hand and kind of take this part out all the way around the wheel. Next, at this point, you can take out the 2 levers from the wheel since you already have most of this side's wheel out, and you can kind of use them to help you pry out the rest of the wheel along as you go. Now, at this point, since you're almost already done, you can just use your hand and kind of get it out with your hand. Just like that. Now that you have all of this tire along the side, you can kind of see this inner tube, and you can kind of just pull it out here. But make sure when you're pulling it out, don't pull out this part yet because that is a bit more trickier than pulling out the rest. In case that you are going to repatch the inner tube, you would have to be very gentle because there's already a hole in it and you wouldn't want to cause any more damage. But in this case, we are just replacing it, so it doesn't really matter that much. When you get to the shredder valve part, don't pull it out all the way because this valve is still connected to the inner tube. You're going to take this tire up and just gently pull this out, and you're going to lift it up, and then you're going to pull out this shredder valve area. So now that you have the broken tube out of the wheel, you can grab your new tube that you are going to put inside. And basically, it's just a reversal process of how you got the tube out. So you're going to open this up and take your new tube out. So you're going to first unroll it and get to the valve part. And as you can see, there already is a ring on it, so therefore you will not be needing to put the old ring back on. So you're going to start by taking both of them off. And put them somewhere safe. And then you're going to find where that hole is and just kind of push this tire away and insert your valve and kind of just push your tube back inside. As you may have noticed, our new shredder valve is a bit shorter than our old one. That is a great detail because it makes it a lot easier to insert through the hole in your wheel. So let's get to that. So first you're going to move this tire as far over as you can so that it makes it easier for you to insert your valve. And then you're going to just gently place your tube along here. Now that you have your shredder valve tucked into place, we can fasten this ring to make sure that it doesn't fall out. There we go. Now you can start to gently place your inner tube back inside of the tire. Now that you have your inner tube securely in your tire, just sort of squish it around to make sure that it's completely in place. Once you see that you've gone full circle, then you can start to bring this tube tire back into its original spot. now you have your tire in place, and just go back and make sure that you got every single little spot on both sides. And just kind of go around and make sure that your tire is in full position where it's supposed to be. Now, in order to inflate your tire, be sure to unscrew your valve a little bit and make sure that your pump is on the Presto valve setting. Then you're going to just stick it in like that, however your pumper works, and start pumping. After you pump it up, just take it out and just take your cap, screw on your make sure it's nice and tight. Then you can screw your cap on. Now with your newly replaced inner tube, I hope that you learned how to replace it, and now you can just pop it back into your bike frame and you're ready to roll.